Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Zoe Bones, but you can call me Sam. I'm so sorry this video is late. I accidentally deleted the footage of Rarity and Fluttershy and had to start completely over. Today we are finishing the human designs of the main six with Rarity, Pinkie Pie, and Fluttershy. So without any further ado, let's jump right in. First up is Rarity. So I wanted to start with her pose. I wanted her like straight up serving from the pose to the close. And I think I captured that energy well. While I'm sketching her out, I want to share her major in the imaginary Canterlot University setting that I've created. She's obviously a fashion design major. She probably is very aware she doesn't need a business degree to get a business license and would be super bored in business classes. As for her design, I wanted to go for an old money vibe, obviously. I don't fully remember if she was from Old Money in the show, but even if she wasn't or isn't, she would totally try to look that way. I know she would wear a cute skirt with tights underneath and heels, and from there I definitely had no trouble. Using a mixture of things from my Pinterest references, I quickly pumped out the outfit. With her face, I knew I wanted to make it fit her, so I gave her sharp almond eyes, or I attempted to. A little nose, and a tiny little beauty mark under her left eye. The line art was really simple. I used my favorite inking brush, called Ink Pen 4 Rough on Krita, and gave it a go. I really want to experiment with my style and pull back in some of those anime roots I abandoned due to an art teacher I had in the 7th grade, so look forward to that in the next video. I didn't realize that until I was finishing up the last art for this video. Now colors, those were a struggle. You'll see what I mean in a bit. But at least for this character, I knew what skin tone, eye color, and hair color I wanted to go with. I knew that for everyone in My Little Pony redesigns. So for her, I wanted to make her a very pale woman, so I did that. I'm pretty sure she is the palest of all of the ponies that I made, or the pony human designs that I made. But I'll see that whenever I eventually draw them all together, and I might use the speed paint for that for a later video. Then for tights, I played around with the colors briefly and decided I want to make them brown. I don't know why I did, but I decided to also dress her in dark colors. I gave her black accents, blue accents, and a dark purple mane color at first, and I had decided to put diamonds from her cutie mark on her barrette, which I'm pretty sure she finds a way to fit in with nearly every outfit. I imagine her wardrobe is filled with a bunch of clothes with similar colors and styles. Now her hair is where the issue cropped up. It was way too much purple, so I messed around for a bit, got frustrated, took a break to eat something, then came back to it. Then I changed all of the purple in her outfit to white. Then I gave her makeup. She's the only pony to actually wear makeup because canonically she wears blue eyeshadow all the time, so I decided that it would be fitting for her. I guess I didn't feel like it was fitting for any of the other characters. I feel like if anyone else wore makeup, it would probably be Pinkie Pie. But I went with a dark lip and blue eyeshadow. Obviously, blue eyeshadow, because that's what she wears in the show. After finishing the colors, I quickly breezed through some shading, which I am going to fast forward through because that is so boring to watch, I'm sure. It probably isn't fun to watch me line either. And I gave her her human name, Rarity Belle. I felt like Rarity was a decently human enough name, so I kept it and just threw a last name on the end. And after doing that, I jumped into the background. I went with some ribbons, bows, and the reason I did that is because in the Summer Sun celebration, the first time that we meet her in the show, she's decorating the hall for the Summer Sun celebration, and I wanted to kind of reference that. And then I added some diamonds behind the ribbons. I just copy-pasted a bunch of those. And there she is, Rarity Belle. Next up is Pinkie Pie. She is my favorite pony and probably my favorite design out of this entire set. I wanted to start with a really cute, playful pose. Why are you screaming? And so I did that. I definitely am thankful to Pinterest for helping me find some good pose references because I struggle with posing a lot. So when Pinkie, like whenever I started working on her, I definitely knew that I wanted her to have wide eyes, a tooth gap, and some twin puffs, so I started with that. And then I gave her some bows in her hair. They're definitely streamers. And just like Rarity, I had a style in mind. I wanted her to take some inspiration from Alita and Decora fashion. I probably could have added some more hair clips and accessories, to be completely honest. But I went with like a ton of ruffles and like an overly designed dress with like drips that look like icing, some sprinkles. I put her cutie mark as a dress detail on the bust and added some bracelets, and then I jumped into line art. And yes, in Pinkie Pie fashion, I was very scattered and forgot the headshot drawing and her cutie mark. So during line art, I did sketch that out and added both of those. Her little headshot, I gave her like a shocked expression, because I feel like that's kind of the expression she wore when she met Twy at Candlelight University for the first time. And then I jumped into colors. I gave her a dark skin tone with like a cool undertone. And painted her nails hot pink. She's definitely a pink girl. Like one of those girls that makes pink their whole personality. And when I moved on to her dress, I did yellow, blue, and pink for the main colors. Her dress has some vertical stripes, and I made them blue and pink. All the ruffles and accents were yellow, then of course the cutie mark was the same color as her cutie mark. Then I blocked her hair out in white so I could easily alpha lock the layer. Alpha locking is something that makes it where you can only draw on what already exists on the layer, kind of like a one-layer clipping mask. Then I blocked in where I thought her natural hair color would be, added the pink, then added some roots. I feel like she constantly forgets to touch up her roots, and when she gets it touched up, she definitely makes Rarity do it for her. And then I moved on to the sprinkles on her dress, which I forgot to ink in, but I did that a minute ago, and made them rainbow. Even though pink is her favorite color, she loves all colors. And then I colored in her socks after that, which I made blue, and they have little hearts on them because I felt like they were cute, and she definitely would just dress in whatever she found cute or fun. And then when I finished coloring, I jumped into shading, which I'm once again going to breeze through because it is boring to watch because it's really repetitive. I then made her human named Pamela, but she definitely goes by Pinkie because of her love for pink. I definitely feel like Ramona, who is the human version of Rainbow Dash, gave her that nickname due to forgetting her name frequently, and it just kind of stuck. Then, for her background, I decided to add a lot of ribbons and balloons. I felt like that would be fun, and I made them pink, blue, yellow, all that, and then I made the very background pink, with like a pink vintageette around it. And as for her major, she's a culinary arts major, because even though she loves a good party, she loves baking just as much, and I feel like she would be a little disappointed she couldn't find a major related to parties or anything like that, but she decided to go with culinary arts because that was her second choice, than to be a party pony for her profession. I am so happy with how she turned out. I hope you guys like her. If you do, please let me know in the comments below. Actually, in the comments below, tell me who your favorite design is. Alright, moving on to Fluttershy. Fluttershy is an animal behavior major and probably has a minor related to conservation as well, such as emotional or environmental sciences. I feel like she runs an animal conservatory with her family and is always seen feeding the birds and taking care of wild animals. I wanted to give her like a shy pose, which I think I completely nailed. Then I sketched in her hair, which I made long, which I think works for her really well. She probably hides behind it a lot. I wanted to go for a cottagecore vibe for her, and honestly, I think she's my least favorite design. I could have done so much better. I'll probably redesign her in the future, specifically the dress. It's not the worst, but I know I could have definitely been better. I gave her a headscarf thing, because, like, I don't know, I feel like she'd like that. I also gave her a bit of, like, a lace-up bodice that's probably made of dyed pleather. Little ankle boots are definitely a must. I feel like all of, like, her leather is made of, like, faux leather. I also gave her an apron, because I thought it was cute. That's literally it. I considered giving her a dress like the strawberry dress, but, I clearly didn't do that. I give her a little angry expression in her headshot because she definitely gets a little frustrated a lot when she's ignored and talked over. Once I was done, I once again did line art. Shocker, I know, I never do line art. I'm joking, because I think I'm a little silly. I actually did a little trick to add shoelaces using a stroke layer style, then jumped onto colors. I gave her olive skin, but I do think I messed that up when messing with my colors. Then I added in all the green. I see a lot of greens and browns in human Fluttershy designs, so I went with green, brown, and pink. Then I added in the rest of the color. I decided that her natural hair color would be blonde, so I added some streaks of hair that kept her natural hair color, because I feel like she does that, and then made the rest a darker pink than she usually has, simply so it would look better with the rest of my colors. Then, of course, shading, which is boring, so enjoy sped up time lapse here. Then I decided on her human name, Felicity Shine. Fun fact, Shine has Irish descent. I also went into her background with pink, yellow, and brown. I added some little paws in the background to represent her tie to animals and stuff, and then added some fun little stripes to make it a little bit more interesting, because I didn't want her to be, like, boring. Like, I didn't want her background to be too boring, but she's kind of plain, like, in her presentation. Like, as a person, she's not very plain, but in her presentation, she definitely is. So I didn't want to make her, like, too boring, but I didn't want to add too much interest as well. So here is Felicity Shine. I hope you guys like her. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Question of the day is, who is your favorite pony from My Little Pony? I feel like I've asked this before, but I just want to know, specifically the main 6, since that was the focus of this two-parter. I hope you guys have a great day, night, or afternoon wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!